top right of Catalina. Our Terran player down 1 game. He has to win.
CJN to Bbyong.
Doesn't look too stressed. It's very composed at the moment.
Anyone that can come out as the ace and crush nerds in Pro League should be.
Bella's opponent to the bottom right, 1-0.
Samsung Galaxy Con RorO.
We're spawning on the right side of this map. Basically, they're spawning left to the right, I guess. This map.
Yeah. Alrighty. Excited to see how this one goes, Wolf.
Yeah, me too.
I will be sad if Bbyong doesn't make it into Codes because he's just so good right now, but you know what? RorO is like, I feel like he's one of these staple Zergs that without him, it also kind of cheapens the tournament where you're like, oh, shouldn't RorO be in here?
Feels like he deserves it.
Both.
I thought you said oath. I'm like, oh, he's an oath?
Like, yeah.
He's like, he swore to his fan to be in Codes. He has to follow his oath. He has to, like, commit suicide if he doesn't get it. I don't know. For me personally, I feel like I'd rather see Bbyong in, just because I feel like he's just one of those Terrans that is, you know, he proved himself, and it's really unfortunate that he's in such a hard group. Yeah, a player like Flash who got under Cure, their groups just don't look to me like I proved something. Like when Flash's games, like his Pro's opponent like just didn't even blink into his main, and like he just won because like his opponent had like nerve issues against Flash, and Flash just like got essentially a free one on that game. And I'm like,
I do understand what you're saying with that, but in Flash's case, that's part of why he's so good, is because people screw up against him all the time because he is Flash, damn it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't want to take that. But you're right. That was one of the. That was, as far as play went, I felt like that group was pretty weak.
Yeah, it was pretty weak. I look at this and I'm like, damn, Bbyong has RorO and Trap. He has to get through here.
That's pretty tough.
That is actually really hard. Well, he's actually damaged this SCV, rather this drone, a little bit here. And the SCV.
Ooh, some pretty swift micro, actually. Oh, loses a drone. Loses, oh my god, could have lost a second drone possibly.
Drone dodged a bullet, man.
Yeah, literally a Reaper bullet.
He like jumped into the ground burrowing while that was being shot.
It's like a slow motion scene from the Matrix.
Yeah. This Reaper is actually causing some problems.
Yeah, definitely delayed a lot.
Second Reaper appears and he's going 3 Reapers.
Oh, wow. Oh my god! What?
Wow. He's actually about to get a 3rd Reaper in here.
Oh my god! What am I watching here? This is a lot of damage with the Reaper opening. He has to be completely happy with this so far.
Yeah, 19 to 14 harvesters.
Oh,
the CC is done.
That is so rough. And look at this. They're still in here. The thing is, speed will finish, and that'll chase the Reapers out. But still, they've already been worth their weight in gold minerals.
Yeah. He's actually going to get another Zergling, I think, maybe. Not quite. 3rd Reaper is...
I think he's a defensive Reaper.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, sometimes Zergs do like to send some Lings as on a counterattack when they see 2. Which is why sometimes we see Terran make a 3rd and just sit it at their natural so they can stop any sort of little harassment that comes up.
Yeah.
But you know what? Those 3 Reapers will really help out when some Hellions are out. Sure. The 3rd base is going to be, dare I say, a little bit hard to take, really, for RorO.
Yeah, it's
after that much damage, yeah. I mean, a lot of damage done. 3 Reapers, plus he's going to have 4 to 6 Hellions. I think he should go 6 this game, to be honest. Kind of exacerbate what he's already done to RorO.
He's gone for you know, a lot of links here, obviously, because he was getting concerned about the Reapers. That further worsened his drone count, so it's part of the reason why this is the case here. The worker deficit not so big. Bbyong is actually going to have 3 CCs with triple mules coming up very soon as well, and we'll be able to keep making those SCVs to catch up.
Well, the 3rd base does go down. We'll see. He should be coming out here as he hits 4 Hellions. That's going to be a big enough squad that he can push out and start to harass a bit. How many Queens do we actually have out? Is it just 2 right now? Oh, he has 4 already. Never mind.
The 5th Queen is on its way, yeah.
That's actually a really good thing for him. By getting that many. He'll be able to have 3 out with those Lings, trying to push everything back, but it's still a while till the creep gets up to that 3rd base.
Yeah, he's slowly trying to push it that way. I think that first active tumor does finish. Oh, is he going to assassinate this queen? Not quite. Threatened it a lot, though. It did weaken it, so maybe another pop into the main later with those Reapers could actually finish her off.
Yeah, possibly. He did pop up to those 6 Hellions like we were talking about before, by the way. So good to see that. And
Queens. He targets the big energy one, but it does have enough energy for a transfuse one of the buddy Queens.
Some nice micro there. A lot of damage going on the Reapers, which is exactly what Bbyong wants. Uh-oh! Oh man, that's a little bit of a misclick there, I think.
We could actually try to trap some of these Hellions, but the Queens just aren't quite nearby enough. It's actually a massive Hellion force now.
Yeah.
We're up to 8.
Hellions. He is going to go for some Queen assassinations coming up. Now he has a lot of transfuses, so actually targeting the low energy Queen, a little bit of a mistake, I would say. Look at that. Wow, lots of great transfusions going down.
That really hurts, actually. I think he thought he was going to get a lot more done. I thought he was going to get a lot more done there. At least we'll get this Overlord.
This is a funny Overlord snipe.
Yeah, like, what are those Marines doing here?
Killing that Overlord.
He, like, saw the Overlord there, and he was like, wait a minute, I think I can get all these Marines over here doing everything else and kill this, and then they'll bolster my army.
By the way, the armory just finished up.
And so is Stim. So you can stim those 2 Marines.
That's right. He can, and I think he will as well. He's going after these Queens right now. They do have some transfuses left, so are able to heal up.
Oh, no!
Very nice Ling counterattack. He could deal a lot of damage here while the Queens buy him time.
Does he have any more transfuses with those Queens? Because those Hellbats are getting dangerously close here.
Oh, brutal. After all of this nice harassment that we've seen from Bbyong, he's the one actually losing his entire economy.
Yeah, not only is he losing his economy, but the army has been mostly cleaned up back here.
Yeah.
There are a few roaches, just 8 out right now. They're going to help clean this up, and he can even try to counterattack those a little bit. There will be a wallop, and even once he saw the roaches, he made double bunkers. So, RorO's economy is looking pretty sick.
Yeah, things are looking good for him. 8 roaches don't necessarily mean that you have to attack, but they do necessarily mean when you've lost this many units that you have to make those bunkers, so that's slowing down everything for Bbyong. His macro's getting a bit behind. But we don't have Evos yet for RorO, do we?
If he has them, he's not using them yet. I don't think he does. I don't think he does have them.
Well, even not using them is bad, but yeah, look at that. He's just making them now, so we definitely are going to have an upgrade advantage for Bbyong, so maybe that's something he can use to fight his way back in.
Oh, look at these Hellions, too. They could be something else he uses to fight his way back in. A good drone pull here because he needs to pull them away.
Lines him up there.
This actually hurts a little bit, but I don't think he got more than like 7 or so kills there.
Yeah, and you know, the drone count was already pretty darn high here, so it's a little bit late on those kills as well, which makes him a little bit less efficient, but I mean, that's a good thing. You need to do that.
Yeah.
Well, he's actually, it looks like he's going for a longer game here as well, to be honest. Starting that plating. Kind of tells us what he's looking at. High upgrade game. You know, this is kind of reminiscent of one of Alive's game where we were looking at it's like, oh, it seems like you're behind everywhere, but you are ahead in upgrades.
Yeah.
But Alive didn't make an armory and got behind in upgrades, whereas I think here, you know, obviously he already has that armory, but he's going to stay ahead in upgrades. He's going to start 2-2 instantly this game.
I want to point out that with how this game has worked with all the Queens that RorO made and how good his micro with them was, he's been able to avoid making a Baneling Nest. His Baneling Nest is finishing at like almost the 13-minute mark. That's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, nice and light there. Does have that that Baneling speed on the way.
He starts it instantly. He's also had his Spire on the way for a really long time, so the drop phase of this game is almost just going to be non-existent. By the time he can really get drops across, their views are already queued.
That's very true, but we know Bbyong, and we know he's still going to try to get some drops in. Probably try to force the mutas to be in locations they don't want to be in. Now let's see, how quick is he going to get that 2-2? Don't make me into a fool, Bbyong. I believed in you for these upgrades.
Uh-oh, this Widowmine's coming over here to spot these Banelings, so he should be able to react to those.
Ooh, he's missing the ball with these upgrades, Wolf.
Yeah, he really is, actually.
Like, every second actually does matter here.
A lot.
When this is your one advantage, you've got to push it. And he has the money. It's not like the money isn't sitting there in his bank waiting to be used.
Yeah. Wow, he's just not using it.
I think he'll... Okay, there he goes. Just now getting that going. And that will keep him slightly ahead. Not as much ahead as he was. So, still okay.
All right, during this attack, would not be surprised to see RorO run those Banelings into the third base. He is right now. but they all hit a Marauder, it looks like.
It looks like he still has a pretty sizable force here, but he's going to have to chase the Medivacs for now. Bbyong has to keep him busy with those Medivacs, or he could get offensive on that third. And if he were to force that third to lift off and kill some of its SCVs, Bbyong would be in a really deep hole. But as is, he's doing a good job forcing the army to chase him.
Yeah, forcing the army to chase. He only has 5 mutas, so he's going to be able to easily unload these and protect themselves.
And there's a nice move like you were talking about with the terrain earlier as well.
Yeah.
Mutas are coming. Oh, fly over here. The army can't run up here quick enough.
I love this map for that. Okay, well, this big attack in the main base is going to maybe get a queen here. Roaches and Banelings coming back, though, to save it. And the macro hatch here as well is going to be totally fine. And those Medivacs, you know, are going to need a little bit longer before they boost out. Not sure what he picked off there. I guess an Overlord. Or trying to hang in there. Going to lose another Overlord. Supply blocks him, actually. And he's very far behind on his 2-2.
Yeah. Luckily for Bbyong, RorO did miss that momentarily, so does help out. Another command center on the way right now for Bbyong. We do have the 4 bases, of course, up for RorO, but that's the standard way that things go here.
Yeah. Mix up. Walking through that octopus in the middle. Going to over here, force another scan for these tumors. Actually scans twice. It takes a good Baneling hit there for RorO, and now he's trying to move his way down here. Meanwhile, these Banelings finishing just in time to deny this. And this drop will get shut down hard.
Some good defense coming up, but Bbyong is kind of everywhere right now. What is he going to be able to actually kill off without losing his important drops here? This is 4 Medivacs.
Yeah.
And he actually snipes the hatch. Look at this. Really well played by Bbyong here, but we do have RorO maxed out, and he has a good 25 supply more as far as army goes.
Yeah, he does have that, and I don't know, man. He's got to be careful how he engages these next few fights because he's down on upgrades, and I don't want to see him like make a big mistake. How many roaches does he have? He has 30 roaches.
And he has a lot of Banelings about to pop. Look at this. He's up to about 30 Banes right now.
I think he can actually do a big hit on the third base right now and line up with his 2-2.
I think that that's a really good
After
call.
he cleans this up as well, if he can clean this up, oh god, this is exactly what Bbyong needs to do to stop that attack at the third base. He's going to have to force the army again out of position to go into the main base, not his third. He's got that 4th CC done. Bbyong is playing this really, really well.
Yeah, his harassment is just absolutely phenomenal. He's really utilizing the map and his architecture to try to gain an advantage here. Picks up once again, saves most of his units. Another drop. Oh, man.
He only has 8 mutas left. I don't know exactly what happened, but...
Well, he spent all his money on roaches and Banes and losing drones, so... Tough situation. Bbyong just never stopping with this harassment. I think it's almost time for him to pack up, though. Because eventually, RorO's going to turn around and attack him, and if half of his army is out on the map harassing, it's a move that could bring RorO right back.
Yeah. He doesn't need to chase us down. So let's see what ends up happening here next, because RorO has to make a tough choice. Spire is actually getting low. We'll clean this up. With those 30 roaches, they're definitely not doing anything for him defensively. I'd almost rather just see him attack with those and try to kill SCVs and then run back while he's actually defending with Banelings at home. Because these roaches are just like...
Well, I mean, I think you could use the roaches or Banelings to defend and the roaches or the Banelings to attack, or even do a dedicated attack somewhere. Just poke into that third, see if maybe you can snipe the CC. I know it's a risky move, but things haven't been going your way.
I just feel like he needs to get rid of some of this supply to get more mutas out. If Bbyong's going to play this medevac heavy like this, you need more mutas. You can't be defending with 6 mutas against this.
Well, he looks like you will get some of these medevacs finally.
He's going to actually lose not only his 4th base here, but I think his 3rd.
Oh, God.
He just does not have an army
It's just time to go. You have to go. You have to push it now. Now, Bbyong does have a ton of supply out on the map, so at least this piece of the army will be rolled through. Is he going to be able to actually stabilize here and win this base trade scenario?
Let's find out. A lot of roaches trying to punch through those depots. Few Lings do rally out. He needs Banelings at home to defend. Forcing the lift is going to that high ground. This is exactly where Bbyong wants to defend here. If he can get that high ground advantage, maybe that's going to be enough to stop these roaches, because that's a lot of roaches. Plus 3 attack is about to finish for this Bio army as well.
And let's not forget those roaches. They don't have any attack upgrades. They're just sitting on 2 carapace. So as that +3 armor finishes, they're going to lose even harder to the Marine Marauder.
Yeah, I don't think this is a game that RorO can win.
Yeah. Well, he's just got nothing left, right? Even if he holds on here, his economy is shattered. He's down to 17 drones, 2 bases. Yeah, he has to lift his 3rd and 4th, and even his natural has no money at it for Bbyong, but he's got a much better army right now.
Yeah, that much is for sure. Well, he's going to finally clean up these medevacs. Maybe? Actually, I'm not even sure. Where are the Banes? Oh, God. I wouldn't mind shotting those Mutas.
Very painful indeed, and this is going to be a GG. Yep. You don't fly your Mutas in like that unless you're about to leave.
GG, indeed.
All right.
Keeping it competitive.
Good series. Good series we have on our hands here, Wolf. 2 very excellent games. You know, Symbol was doing a great job that game, and then I feel like Bbyong caught him. It felt like Symbol was trying to make a power move with Roach and Baneling.
Yeah.
And Bbyong was just like, nope, mass harass everywhere. And RorO just could never stabilize long enough to get anything done.
Exactly. So, I just feel like they need a better Mutalist count. I'm not sure how much I really like the Roaches there. A heavier Mutalist count would have shut down the drops. When you're up against a player who's dropping you non-stop, constantly, always dropping 2-3 locations at once, sometimes with groups of 6 to 8 medevacs, he's doing that because you're not making Mutas. If you make Mutas, you can't do that anymore. Not as easily.
Yeah, that's the case. Well, you know, he took a risk, didn't pay off. What map does he choose, Wolf?
I don't know, man. Actually, Overgrowth?
Oh, King Sejong Station. Well, he did lose here earlier today to Bbyong, but statistically, this is a good map for RorO.
Yeah, I mean, it's his favorite map. It's the map he likes playing on the most, and I feel like if it's like a map you feel good on, you kind of have to think not as much about your opponent and start thinking about yourself when it's like down the last game. You're already stressed out enough as it is. You want to play on something that makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel good.
He's got to believe in the heart of the cards is what you're trying to say.
Something like that. Will he draw the right build? Let's find out right now in the last game here of this group. Decide whether Bbyong or RorO is going to Codes.